So here we are, Chile's favourite wrestler, Barend Urena. Now I tell you what, this guy is the AAA World Heavyweight Champion. He actually held that belt for over 2 years. If you've got that on your accomplishments, you're gonna wanna be watching out for this guy, I tell ya. But do not be sleeping on my man.
And his opponent from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 224 pounds, Ghoul.
I'll tell you what, Ghoul caught my eye pretty much straight away. This guy, very simple with the mask, but why is he hiding his identity? Questions that we need answers. Information. Ian tried interviewing him earlier, but he couldn't get nothing out of him. He just stared at him. So melancholy. Didn't say a single word. Everyone was confused, but you know, maybe that's who he is. Let's see how this match fares out. It's the last man standing match, and just like every other male match we've had tonight, it is for the World Heavyweight Championship Contenders match. So if they win this, we'll be seeing them in the Elimination Chamber next pay-per-view, which is on Saturday, June the 5th, in case you didn't already know. That's the bell and we are underway. Let's look at Ghoul then. He's a little bit of a rookie, he considers himself in this sport. So, grew up in Ireland and he's actually been a champion before in the CZW League, where he is referred to as the Hardcore Messiah. Now, let me tell you something, hardcore and last man standing, definitely two phrases that go well together. Last man standing matches, if you are not sure, is basically at least three times harder than a regular match. Because not only have you got to get your opponent on the ground, you need to get your opponent on the ground and not stand up for 10 seconds. And after Mike got knocked out, Mike got absolutely knocked out earlier by Dan Stevens. We're going to talk to Dan about that. But after Mike got knocked out, we've had to call in a secondary referee, and this guy counts slow. So it's definitely going to be a hard match for these guys. Who's going to come out on top? We don't know, but we're going to find out. And when we find out, we'll know the fourth person in the Elimination Chamber for the World Heavyweight. Goes for the springboard, but misses it. And a kick to the chest. Quite a painful, cheeky kick there, I would say. And I'll tell you what, the athleticism we're seeing from these wrestlers tonight really is impressing me. These guys have given it everything. And look at this now. Around the world we go. And that's going to leave you with a big headache. And we have a little bit of camera issues, but I think they've fixed themselves now a flip. And I tell you what, this guy, the Plague Doctor, is absolutely lethal. I was looking at him and I was expecting, we're looking at a guy who's quite strong, who may throw you about in a ring, but I wasn't expecting him to go on the top rope and springboard off, do a backflip and stars blast someone. Come on. Is there anything this guy can do? He's definitely on my list of impressive wrestlers. And I said at the beginning when I saw this match card, this match would be one for the ages. They're both so fragile. I was about to say so flexible. They're both so interesting, I suppose. They've got these unique personalities about them that make them a good match to see, maybe as friends or maybe as foes. But one thing is for certain, these guys are seriously going to go into town to each other, and I don't know who's going to come out on top. Looking at these other matches, I've sort of, seen someone have the upper hand, shall we say, throughout most of the match. But these guys are definitely well balanced. I feel like this was one of the greatest matchups we've, put together in a while. Last man standing as well. Like I said before, I love last man standing. It really tests people's patience in a way, because when I've wrestled in the past, I've watched and I've counted just like Chile's favorite wrestler is doing. He is not hanging about. Even when the count's on, he's still inflicted damage. And these guys, oh my word, that was absolutely sensational. Out of nowhere, Ghoul comes back on him, and he is not giving up. I tell you what, the Hardcore Messiah. You can call yourself that, and I think you may earn that title. We're definitely going to have to put you, in a Extreme Rules match. We're not seeing many weapons being used at the moment, so we're definitely going to want to be seeing that in the near future. And this is an exciting time for Kieran. Kieran Goat be a commentator, because you're getting to see so many people and so many new wrestlers, learn people's gimmicks, see where they came from. A lot of people from Ireland, a lot of people from Scotland. We're getting a few, people through personalities, and I've really been interested in finding out a lot more about these guys because they're interesting, definitely. I mean, we've got a Chile representative. We don't have many wrestlers from Chile, so he's saying that he's Chile's favourite wrestler. Is he Chile's only wrestler? That's the only question that Kieran Goat's asking. I'm going to have to get Information Ian on the line to try figure that one out. And I tell you what, Growl has some nasty moves, and we're going to learn the move names. We're going to update you guys in a few matches, and actually give you guys the official move names on every single superstar. Like I said, we're learning the ropes just like these guys are learning the ropes. However, I'm learning the ropes drinking a cup of tea and not getting any damage. So whilst these two are kicking the hell out of each other, let's take a moment to talk about the championships that we have up for grabs here at Mayhem. So we do have the World Heavyweight Championship, which is, the ultimate, the big daddy. You could almost hear Paul Heyman said, the reigning, the defending, we can almost hear it. But yeah, we have that belt, and that will be defended, or actually up for grabs. All belts are up for grabs because no one is a belt holder at the moment. No one has a championship under their name. Totally refreshed. So yes, that belt is going to be up for grabs in the Elimination Chamber, 6-man at Steelmania. We also have 3 other belts. So we have the Mayhem Show belt, which is a belt that will only be defended on show night, so it will not appear at pay-per-views. It is a show belt. It is a flexible belt, so males and females can win. You will not see males and females go against each other, though. Obviously, a woman, may get the opportunity to fight for that belt should a male get that belt taken away from them for any given reason. Next up, just like any good federation, of course, we have the tag team, and the tag team championship is pretty much one of the most, prestigious championships, I suppose, in all of wrestling. It really shows teamwork at its best, and it's interesting to see, we've got a faction already, we've got a few guys talking over social media, teaming up with each other, so it's going to be interesting to see who, comes out and wears that belt, because, to be honest, it could be anyone's game, and I feel like there are rumours, at least, for a 6-man elimination tag for the championship, the tag team championship. Whether that's true or not, we don't have we don't have confirmation yet. We're going to ask Information Ian, and I'll tell you what, Growl could be actually looking to end this here. He's got the 7 count, and there is no movement from Chile's favourite wrestler. I can hear the people from Chile going crazy. Wake up, they're saying, and he did in the German to put him back to sleep. That was absolutely lethal. Where were we though? Yes, and we do have the Women's Championship. That is also going to be defended at the pay-per-view on Saturday. So yes, all 3 championships defended at the pay-per-view. The Mayhem belt obviously defended tonight. A lot of speculation and a lot of talk about adding more belts as the roster is just growing so much. We've had to actually close the roster for a couple of days and not take any more applications, but we are considering launching another show. Traditionally Steel Cage Wrestling did have 2 shows. We had Mayhem and we had Steel, so it would be good, it would be cool definitely to see 2 shows back on Steel Cage Wrestling, but we need to make sure that everyone gets a really decent fair shot. And I tell you what, I'm so tired. Everyone's so tired. KNX, the big cheese, is so tired. We are all proper tired. We've been working aimlessly hard today controlling the Facebook group. I know that KNX, the big cheese, has been on Discord controlling a lot of the action on there, and it's expanding. It's expanding in the way that I like to see. I really do enjoy it, but I do, I want to apologise if my commentary is off tonight. You'll be seeing the best of me at Steelmania 100%. But tonight, it's just been a very long day. We're all drinking coffee, and we're watching guys kick the living hell out of each other. So the referee is doing another count. Do you reckon that Growl's going to get back up? Is he done? I mean, it's going to be tricky. I mean, I wouldn't be done. You cannot be done. The Steel Cage Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship is up for grabs at the pay-per-view. Can you really lie down? I tell you what, Chile's favourite wrestler is not even letting him lie down. The Plague Doctor is totally going to town on Growl right now, and there is no luck. There is no break for the Hardcore Messiah. Sit down, good night, call his wife, let him know he's okay, but this match has to be over, surely. And I tell you what, he's just not giving in. I do never want to fight anybody from Chile because this guy is absolutely crazy. He's just going in. I see why he's got the nickname the Plague Doctor. He is certainly giving up a fight right now, and I can't see a way out for Grau. I could not see how Grau can turn this around. This match looks like it's being controlled. He's going for the splash right on the torso already. He's not even waiting for the count. He's not seeing if it'll go to 10. He's immediately back on there, giving Grau more problems, and it's making me ask questions, to be honest. Why is he not waiting? Why is this personal? Is there something he wants to get across to Grau? Is there a message he needs Grau to understand? Because one thing he needs to do is he needs to be patient. He needs to let this clock count. He needs to see if Grau can get up in 10 seconds. Getting close to the mark, and I tell you what, this could be it for Grau. Surprisingly, what? Literally, the Plague Doctor is going to town, not giving in, and that looked a bit awkward. We're going to just ignore that ever happened. And I think Grau could be going for the GTS here, and he is! Good night! I mean, what a turnaround! Chile's favourite wrestler, the Plague Doctor, he had this in his grasp, but he just wouldn't let the 10 count go. He kept kicking Grau, kept nudging Grau, and Grau could actually be patient. And I said at the beginning, patience pays off in a match like this. If Grau can be patient now, he may have this. I think he has. Grau, you're going to Steelmania for the #1 contenders. Oh my word. Patience pays off.
Here is your winner, Ghoul.
The hardcore Messiah comes out on top, and I honestly believe that the Plague Doctor, given a little bit more patience, could have done that. But he just seemed to keep on wanting to inflict more pain.